It's time for the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are in a city that sure had its share of memorable playoff games in the past. Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Heads up, ladies. They go 368. Check 3. 61. Matchbox lights. They go 368. Heavy. Hey, echo. Heads up.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Regular. Hey, Team 6.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Check the outs.
The first carry for Josh Adams. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Roethlisberger will throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready?
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike 51. Five. Hey, let's go. I got you, son.
They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal.
Come on, baby.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hilton. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space. There they elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some space, some room. And it went awry, didn't it?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Bravo!
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 10.
Black and turn!
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Will Redmond. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Hey, box truck.
From just shy of midfield, Dalton. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A big play there. 48 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit?
And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. William Jackson with a pick. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
It was Joe Hayden, the former Pro Bowler, that came up to get him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
No. Switch.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 36-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 33-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Kill. Turn up. 2 by 2. Move. Hey, Delta. Check back. Watch it. Here we go.
Play fake. Here's Dalton. Steps away to his left. And the catch good. It's Eifert. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation...
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Bengals 14, Steelers nothing.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams split plays.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
8 yards on the pickup.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Here's Dalton. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 17-0 our score after one. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On first down, it's Samuels. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down. Looking to throw on second down. Roethlisberger. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see.
Hey, Mike 7. Mike 51. 77. Let's go. Black and third.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Roethlisberger. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. The extra point up and good, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
From the 30 on second down, Dalton going deep downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Easy. Alert.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Snickers.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Hey, Wood. Here we go.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Geno Atkins breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 23 yards the pickup there. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. On third and goal, Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. From 10 yards out, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
Brandon, what we just saw there were two guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
24. There you go. Hey, Charlie.
From the 31, Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Third down from the gun, Dalton. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. So on fourth down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. $150 left to go in the second quarter. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 36. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
That burst good for 20 and a first down. Back to Mixon on first down. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Heads up, BAT!
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. This one caught by Davis. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And Bullock will put this one through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster as the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. So it's on to halftime of this AFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Tight down. There you go.
First carry for James Conner. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's Roethlisberger. Dancing to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell your guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. On 2nd and 9, Dalton. Got his man, it's Eifert. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Passing, it's Dalton. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Carl Lawson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll make this a 2nd down. Now they run with Mixon. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A 10-yard touchdown run. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
I got it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Quarter. Hey, Echo. These two. He's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Johnson's got it complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't fourth and inches. This is 4th and 14.
Hey, alert.
They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Will Redmond. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Mixon. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Williams on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Right here. Got double time. Hey. Right here. Under 10. Hey, Steve 6.
On 2nd and 7, Dalton. He'll take a shot for Dave. He's got it. Touchdown. In for the score. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to... And now here is another interception. picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll take field and inside the 45. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll run on first down. Mixon. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Dalton. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, trying to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. On line, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Eluding the pressure right. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well-coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Adams on the draw. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. That 2nd down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. They'll run again with Adams. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat
and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carl Lawson, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
51, Mike. Mike, 51. You got five. You got nothing. 51 to Mike. 44. Snickers. Got spin. Let's go.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10.
Hey, Zoo.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzama. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 36-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play on tight D. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
We're good.
On second down now, Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
But it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
3rd and 2 for Dalton. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go.
Leave! I got 2 times.